Rotoscoping, a technique still used today in animation despite being over 106 years old, is something used by animators to help save time and money or learn how to replicate movements. While this is a way of learning form and movement or saving money, it's an important part of animation history and has changed with the medium during its years of use. Now, what is rotoscoping exactly? Well, rotoscoping is when an animator projects footage of an actor doing movements. This could be dancing, acting, silent movement, or specific movement, such as capturing the movement of hands or a range of expressions. Then, the animator draws over the footage used to create fluid movement of a character. Here in the background, you can see the animatic to Disney's Hercules, Zero to Hero. You can clearly see how the animators took inspiration or clearly rotoscoped movements from the actors, which helped the final product to look more realistic and fun. There are also other types of animation techniques that are close to rotoscoping. One is called rotographing, where instead of using live action footage of an actor acting, you would use a photo of a live background or set and move the animation cells along the background, so you don't have to spend time and money hand drawing each background for a scene. This scene from Betty Boop's Poor Cinderella shows perfectly that, where you can see the characters moving along and dancing on the screen, but the background almost feels like it's on a different plane compared to them. Also, if you look closely, you can notice that the prince and Betty Boop are rotoscoped, which adds even more detail to this entire scene. One more type, which is in the same group, is called live-action reference. This is a different technique, where actors would play their roles and read their scripts while the animators either drew inspiration from the movement to use in the final product, or copied the movement to help in the animation process. While more time-consuming, this way of animation can help add charm to the character, as well as keep a character's proportions consistent during the animation process. Here in this clip from Alice in Wonderland, you can see side by side the actor as they act out Alice, as well as the animation which is made afterwards. You can see how the animators took reference and also inspiration from Alice's movements during the acting, from how she fidgets her hands, or how her facial expressions look, how her body moves. It makes her feel more childlike and real because they are taken from an actual human. Though, why is rotoscoping still used today? Rotoscoping is still used today to teach animators the basics of human anatomy, how the weight of a person may affect them as they move, or how people's faces change as they react to things around them. This helps the animator later replicate that weight and movement in their own work. Learning skills like this is important as it helps an animation look more realistic, which helps an audience enjoy the product more or helps the audience feel a connection to the characters for their human-like traits and expressions. Time is money, which leads well into rotoscoping, as the method helps save money and time while animating, which is very important, as if you run out of money while making an animated project, well, you won't have enough money to complete it. As an animation student, learning about rotoscoping and how to do it is important to me, as it connects me to a generation of animators that have come before me, as well as it helps me improve my skills in animation while I'm still learning. It's a unique technique that should continue to be taught. Rotoscoping, despite its age, has never lost its importance in animation history and animation currently, still being seen as an efficient way to save money and learn how to create fluid movements as a student. As I've worked on this project, I've learned how to create my own video essay efficiently in a way that makes it easy for others to understand my point. I also think that while making it, I did a good job in including clips of each technique and how it's used. What I could have done better was perhaps talk about different types of rotoscoping, as well as could have spent more time perfecting my voiceovers. Next time, I'll do more research on the topic than I did before, and I'll also spend more time on my voiceovers.